if they hurry. James all the way and the finish.
I'll finish it. The Cavaliers spacing.
Oh, he's up the draft tonight. Here comes LeBron. Inside, a skip to my lose. Green looking, James goes back door. Inside, count it and one. James against Wall. One-on-one, backs in, bumps, spins. Reverse, he banks it home. 8 to shoot. Sets for three. Puts it in. James down low. Shot's good. And the foul. 56.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in to Courtside Seat Show. It's your boy Sean the Slim God. You already know. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. First, I want to talk about Kyrie Irving. Now, last week, I said that he wasn't really stepping up to his leadership, position or whatnot. Now, this week, Kyrie is looking full form. I'm talking about balling. I'm taking over the game, taking shots when need to. I'm thinking coach is telling him, just take over, do your thing. So I really like the way Kyrie is taking over the squad. Like, all the young dudes is following suit with him. Looks good, man. Really, really impressed, man. Especially compared to what the Cavaliers is doing. So I also was talking about last week how, LeBron looks like he lost a step. Hey, maybe Kyrie seen that also. And he seen that the direction that the Cavs was going just wasn't going to another championship. It was just going to force him to work harder out at his position. So I think Kyrie, really peeped game on that, and and now he's with the Celtics. As far as the Cavaliers, they finally broke their losing streak. All week they've been losing, and then just Friday night, they end up beating the Wizards with LeBron putting up 57 points. You know what I'm saying? So, Derrick Rose is back. He looks really good. I just kind of hope that they stop being lazy. I think that's their issue, man. They just real lazy. They getting old, man, and coaching, organization. Kyrie also made a comment this week about him playing for a more intellectual coach. Throwing shots. Good job, Kyrie. You're doing real good, man. Continue this winning streak with the Boston Celtics and keep doing your thing. And then next, I want to talk about Jahlil Okafor. Now, if you didn't know, Jahlil Okafor still plays for the 76ers. And if you haven't seen him out on the court and you're kind of surprised why he's not on the court, well, it's pretty intentional. And since the superstars is back, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, there's really no need for an extra big because Joel Embiid does everything. With that, the 76ers decided to pass up the option to keep him for the next 4 years, extend him for his rookie extension. And he was a little pissed off about that. So he asked to be traded or, get bought out. And the 76ers was like, nah, we'll find you somebody, but you can sit around. So I just feel like Jahlil Okafor needs to be a little careful with that mouth because Eric Bledsoe did the same thing, popping off about the organization. And he could get traded next week if they really wanted to trade him. But I think they just going to sit on it just to be some asses about it, So Jahlil, just, hush your mouth, let them do the trade. Make sure they don't Stephon Marbury your ass. You know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, I want to kind of get into these ripped jerseys. Now, if you've been looking at these games, you've noticed that a lot of these jerseys have been getting ripped on some old real cheap stuff, man. So I'm going to give you a real quick backdrop on that. So in 2015, Nike and the NBA signed a deal to go ahead and have the jerseys made by Nike for the next 9 years. Kudos. Now, previously, it was Adidas. And if y'all remember, Adidas had sleeves on their jerseys. And, they was getting a lot of flack back on that. Why you got the sleeves, trying to change the fashion up or whatnot. So if you notice, they don't have any sleeve jerseys anymore because that was the Adidas deal. Now, since Nike done jumped on, they just been going really bad with the cheapness of their jerseys. So October 26th, after LeBron ripped his jersey, they talked to the CEO of Nike, Mark Parker, and they were like, yeah, we feel real good about the situation that we're in right now, making sure these jerseys are top notch. We take pride in making sure we have the best quality with the top tier athletes and all this other good stuff, right? Ben Simmons' jersey just got ripped like Friday night also. And if y'all seen that, I'm talking about his joint just ripped off like Hulk Hogan ripped off. And I thought that was like bogus and outlandishly like, what is Nike doing? So I decided to do my own research. Come to find out. So November 1st, CEO Mark Parker decides to sell 135,000 shares of Nike. 135,000 shares at about $55 a share, right? And that rounded up to about 7.4 million. November 1st, 135,000 shares of Nike. The CEO? Ripped jerseys in the NBA. Loss of money. So for me personally, I'm just connecting the dots. I feel like Mark Parker is selling it because he understands that these jerseys can't be fixed, or he's gonna have to spend more money to get better quality jerseys. That's just my personal opinion. But I just don't understand how in November the CEO is selling 7.4 million of his shares, which really ain't nothing to a boss. You know what I'm saying? 7.4 million is chump change. It's like rent money, for him. But I also noticed that, when he did it might be something that everybody need to look into. So if y'all get an opportunity, do a little more research, man, and let me know what y'all feel about that. But other than that, the standings look pretty regular. The Celtics are at the top. The Cavaliers are trying to come up again. The Clippers are still up there. Everybody's still doing their little thing. But again, we just barely hitting 10 games, not even 15 games into it yet. So, 20 games into it, I think we're going to have more of an idea on it where everybody's at. Like I said, man, I can't wait for the 20 games to come in so I can let y'all know what the Sixers is looking like. Other than that, feel free to comment below and subscribe, and I'll check y'all out next week. Peace.